So the invitation for this meditation is to be standing. If standing feels really not okay or just really hard to settle into your body, then coming into seat and finding a comfortable seat, but really inviting the spine to rise up tall and inviting the feet to find the ground. So perhaps sitting in a chair if you're going to sit. And so standing, taking your feet about hip width distance apart, taking a gaze down towards your feet, spreading your toes. So if you have socks on, I might even invite you to take your socks off. Begin to spread out through your toes and really make contact with all 10 of your toes onto the ground. Noticing the weight shifting from the front of your feet to the back and the heels. And maybe even just kind of sliding forward and backwards and playing with that balance and playing with the sensations in the feet. Noticing the right side edge of the foot, noticing the left side edge of the foot, coming back and forth side to side here. And then just beginning to settle in what you feel to be the center. Noticing the ankles and how would it feel just to roll the ankles a little bit and create some circles at the ankles. And notice as you move through the ankles, perhaps your knees are also moving. Let that happen. You might even notice that as your knees are moving, your hips are moving, your pelvis is moving. You might notice your spine and your shoulders moving, your head. Just a reminder of how interconnected the body is, how interconnected we are. Okay, bringing that into a centered stillness, keeping the knees just gently softened so they're not locked. And inviting your arms either to rest down alongside your body or to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart for a moment as you tune in. Invite the eyes to close. And as we land here, I'll run us through just a couple of rounds of mudita, cultivating gratitude. You can simply listen or repeat. I offer my gratitude for this life I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the opportunity to slow down. I offer my gratitude for the refuge of stillness. I offer my gratitude for this moment and this breath. I offer my gratitude for this life I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the opportunity to slow down. I offer my gratitude for the refuge of stillness. I offer my gratitude for this moment and this breath. And inviting you to pick up on any sounds that are coming through in your space, outside of your space. Perhaps picking up, noticing sounds on my space, outside of my space. And simply knowing that they're there, hearing them, recognizing them, coming back. Letting all of what's around you be a part of your experience. Not good, not bad, just present. Noticing also in this moment what the body is needing. Does the low back need some adjusting? Do the arms need to rest down? Are they getting tired holding on the body? Noticing what needs to shift, letting that shift. Coming back down into the toes. Is the weight of the body shifted into the toes? And can we shift slightly out, coming back into center? Noticing the sensation of the feet, the temperature of the feet. Do they feel dry, clammy, cold, warm? Are they rested? Are they active? Is there an ache? Coming up in towards the knees, noticing what's happening at the knees. Can we tune in to the little subtleties inside of the fluids of the kneecap? Can we notice all of the activity within the knee space? You might notice or sense sounds or movement within the knee. And maybe just offering a slight bend and a straightening just to come into connection with the knee. Just being slow and mindful and really present with how your knee moves. Noticing any sounds, any clicks, any cracks. Neither good nor bad, just letting them be there, letting them be present. And coming back into your solid stance, knees gently softened. Rising up into the hips, the tops of the thighs, the buttocks. What do we notice here? Is there a clenching of the buttocks? Can that release a little bit? Do we notice that there's some weight shifting to one side more so than the other? And how would it feel to come right into center? You notice about the deep, low belly at the front of the hips. Is it being drawn in and held tightly, or is it able to relax? And how would it feel to connect the bottom half of your body, pelvis, hips, down to the feet, to really engage that space? Engage in through the hips, engage in through the thighs, engage in past the knees, into the calves, into the ankles, and engage the feet. Notice that sensation shift as we activate and engage, rooting down. Taking an inhale as you hold this engagement. Exhale, soften all efforts, finding ease in the lower half of the body. Coming back to any external sounds, any sensations, any noticings. And again, inviting them to be just a part of your experience. Let's bring the attention into the belly. And just simply watching the breath. As if you're watching the most beautiful film for the very first time. Attentive to the rise and the fall of your breath at your belly. Where else do you feel this breath? Where else do you notice the breath? Let's rise up through the rib cage into the upper torso, the space that holds our diaphragm, our lungs, our heart. How does it feel to invite your breath all the way up here? perhaps noticing the shoulders, inviting them to roll back, to find openness. Again, softening the knees slightly, relaxing the belly, noticing the fingers and the palms of the hands. And just gently wiggle the fingers and release tension in the palms of the hands. Allowing that to come into stillness. Rising up the arms, shoulders, sides of the neck into the throat. Can you notice the sensation of your breath in the back of your throat? With your lips sealed, can you sense the breath coming through your throat? You might notice as you come into this awareness, your breath is audible through your throat. Similar to that of Darth Vader. And playing with that for a few rounds of breath. Inviting the audible breath, lips sealed. Continuing to breathe with ease and a natural rhythm. Bringing your attention all the way into the muscles of the face. It might even feel nice to smile just a little bit. To feel the muscles activate in the face. Maybe even making some funny faces, scrunching the face. Maybe opening the mouth and making funny faces with the mouth stretched open. Coming into a place of ease and rest. Noticing any sounds in your space, any sounds around your space. Thanking them for being a part of your experience, a part of your present moment. Taking your fingertips to your body and just beginning to maybe scratch or tickle or poke or just kind of tap and walk your fingertips all around your body, coming back into clear awareness in this physical body. Maybe even beginning to pat the body, bringing energy back in, bouncing the knees, inviting the torso to find some bounce. The spine to move, the pelvis to move, the knees to move. Inviting a full body shake. And when it feels right for you, inviting your eyes to flutter open to find something lovely to look at. Giving yourself a little bit of time to come back into presence here. Moving on with your day when you feel ready.